You know what? Let's do something a little lighter. It's gonna make us laugh because we did talk about our AI overload. And here's the thing. One thing that I noticed is that there are a lot of articles and unfortunately a lot of content, particularly shorts, but even long format content. And these days you have to ask yourself the question, is this a freaking robot? And I hate that we need to ask that question. You know what I think? Like even this one, I was Googling what are the top 6 languages for the future to learn in 2026 because I was trying to prepare a video like that for my main channel. And then I met with these articles. And every time I read them, I'm like, there's a lot of M dashes. Look, M dash. Not that there is anything wrong with an M dash, but if it's full of M dashes and then it's a lot of sentences begin this way, this is the structure. It's not that it's X. It's that it's Y. I'm starting to think it's this AI. And I think we're going to get to a point where in 2226, when people are going to be like, hey, John, if it's still a name, I don't know, hey, Muhammad, whatever. Hey, John, what are you doing now? Can we hang out? And then John replies, no, I'm on the internet. I'm expecting the other people to be like, are you human-phobic? Are you human-phobic? Because, bro, it's like, at this point, I think we're getting to a point where AI is going to write articles to be read by AI. Because we're already getting videos produced by AI where the majority of the comments are bots. No human in sight. No human in sight. This is weird for me to say, but I'm going to say it, guys. I'm going to say it because I don't even care. AI needs Jesus too. At this point. Because this is not normal. Anyways, let's see if we can figure this one out. Let's see if it makes sense. So what are the top 6 languages for the future? Let's see if Italian is one of these. Come on, come on. Britain needs a crusade. Goodness gracious, my friend. Yeah, I agree anyways. In a world where change is accelerating and borders are fading, that would be the West, not the world. Just the West. In a world where change is accelerating and borders are fading, we're not starting strong. Multilingual skills have become a cornerstone of success. As we approach 2026, the ability to communicate in multiple languages is no longer just an advantage, and it is a necessity. I'm gonna be honest, I love multilingual learning. It's what I do, or I did for a decade of my life. I love learning and speaking multiple languages. But is it going to be the future? For now, yes. But I don't know. With the advanced language models and chips in your head, we might get to a point where you actually don't need it anymore. Meaning, translators, it's just going to be AI. I hate it. I don't know if it's going to be a great investment for the future. I'm going to be honest with you. But anyways, let's see. Global interconnectedness is reshaping how we work, travel, and collaborate. The demand for strategic language learning is skyrocketing across business, technology, and international relationships. This article explores the top 6 languages for the future, revealing which one will unlock the greatest opportunity for learners. Now, if this is written, whether it be AI or, I mean, this guy Patrick Rife, so it shouldn't be AI in theory, but I'm going to say this. If it's written the way these articles are normally written, we're going to have to scroll to the end to see what the languages are because they're never going to get to the freaking point. And you guys were complaining about me, Metatron, get to the point. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Are you ready to seize new possibilities? Discover which of these languages for the future aligns with your professional ambitions, travel dreams, or personal growth. The path to global relevance starts here. Global level. All right. Does this look AI, the picture? I don't know. The screen looks a little AI. I want to be honest. I'm gonna give it a maybe 30%. This is AI. In a rapidly evolving world, mastering languages for the future is no longer just an academic pursuit. Oh, come on. It's not that it's X, it's Y. This is AI. 50% now, and I need a snack. 50%, guys. 50%. I swear. Are the hands correct? Yeah, the hands are not a problem anymore. Thank you, Anonymouse75, for subscribing with Prime on Twitch. I really appreciate that. Anyways, it's not that it's this, it's X. And then an M dash. I mean, I freaking called it, guys. I called it. It is a strategic necessity. As global connections deepen, the ability to communicate across borders offers a vital edge. Whether you want to advance your career, travel broadly, or engage in international collaboration, learning new languages for the future will be a defining advantage. Did you notice that they're still not telling us what those languages are? The globalization of work and communication, remote work, and international teams are now standard in many industries. Companies increasingly seek candidates with languages for the future of their resumes. According to recent studies, they never mention the studies, cross-border business is expanding at record rates, with 58% of employees valuing multilingualism as a top asset. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna scroll down. We need to be thorough in our investigation. I think it is global language trends, population growth. I want to see if there are mistakes in the way they write. What is that? That should be China. It says chip bull. Chip bull? What is that? I'm sorry. I need to see this. Chipple. Chiffle. It's not just China. It's India as well. I don't know what chiffle is, guys. And I don't know why it's the same color as a piece of Africa for some reasons. But okay. Do they have all their fingers? Yes, all fingers, right? All right. What's the next image? All right, let's see. We've got hola, ni hao, bonjour, whatever the heck this is, and oi. There's a Portuguese flag, a Spanish flag, 206 for whatever reason. They're all smiling. What is this, Urdu? I don't know. If it's Urdu, then it represents England, right? These are the languages, so we're going to check the languages. Okay, guys, I got it. What are you trying to do? They are trying to learn. Look. I knew it was AI. I got them. Learn Italian. Bro, how are you going to learn Italian if you can't even spell English? Then we have the most boring gray cover for this guy who's trying to learn English. So I can imagine he's not even reading it. He's looking straight. One eye. Oh gosh. Can he even read? I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, but like his pupil is pointing down. So the right pupil is trying to read this book and the left one gave up on it. So this guy is like, all right, mate, you're right. You want to get a little bit of chippies later on tonight? That's him. She is, what do you guys think? She's learning easy French, which is missing a piece of the E. So she's like, bonjour, comment ça va? On peut faire comme ça, alors peut-être que nous sortirons dimanche. That's her. This guy is trying to learn learn Italian. So this guy is like, mamma mia, ma che fai? Dai, siediti, mangia un po' di pizza. That's this guy. And this lady is learning, what do you think, guys? Spanish or German? I'm going to say German. So this girl is like, ja, das ist sehr gut und interessant. Dankeschön. That's her. Man, I love it. I knew it. I knew this was AI. So, guys, what are the chances that we found both patterns that I mentioned within the first paragraph, and now we know that all the pictures are AI? Because, I mean, learn. That's how I'm going to say it from now on. Learn. I want to learn another language. I'm going to skip the whole thing. I want to know what the languages are. Spanish. Spanish is one of the most influential languages for the future. Yes. Me gusta el idioma. With over 500 million speakers across more than 20 countries, it is the official language in much of Latin America and Spain. True. But due to the fact that the language spawned in Spain, I would put Spain and much of Latin America. That's how I would write it. But that's just me. And it is the second most spoken language in the United States. True. For anyone considering which languages for the future to prioritize, Spanish stands out for its global reach and growing demand. In the United States, bilingual professionals fluent in Spanish have a competitive edge. No. Everyone learns Spanish. So at this point, you don't have a competitive edge. If you want a competitive edge, you've got to learn something that a lot of people don't. This is the basics, especially in healthcare, business, and education. According to the U.S. Census Bureau and Instituto Cervantes, the demands for Spanish-speaking employees continue to rise. In fact, Spanish proficiency often leads to a salary premium and opens doors in sectors like international trade and hospitality. Well, in hospitality, I can see it. Spanish is also relatively accessible for English speakers due to shared Latin roots and familiar grammar structures. This is the weirdest thing I've ever read, because I'm sorry, the Latin vocabulary, sure. Latin roots, no, because English is Germanic. And grammar structures, that is the Germanic component of English. So if anything, everything is wrong with the sentence. Like, I understand that more than 40% of the English vocabulary is Latin rooted because of Norman French and, the Romans and whatnot, and all of that awful colonization and blah, blah, blah. Fine. True, but the structure of the language is absolutely Germanic. If anything, I would say that English is a Germanic language that is identifying, it's a transgender language, it's identifying as a Romance language with that level of vocabulary, to be honest. Not to mention, you change spelling just to try to pretend to be more Latin. I'm not joking. Debt, like you have a debt spelled D-E-B-T, so basically 95% of American household, you have a debt. Because you just don't want to admit that. I mean, we have to admit, guys, not that this is a channel for financial advice, but bro, sometimes we have to say I can't afford it. I put myself in it. We just have to say it. I can't afford it. It's fine. I can't afford it. I gotta wait for it. I gotta wait for it. People don't have the patience, and people don't want to say they can't afford it, so they buy a $80,000 car when they can't afford it. This is the reality. It's true. But yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that. I forgot. But anyways, so that was Spanish. What's the next one? Mandarin Chinese. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm learning that myself, so I do enjoy it, but let's see why. Mandarin Chinese is the most spoken first language in the world, with over 1.1 billion native speakers, for obvious reasons. As the official language of China, Taiwan, and Singapore, it is central to global commerce and diplomacy. For those evaluating languages for the future, Mandarin's economic and technological influence is undeniable. China's rapid economic expansion has positioned Mandarin as a key language in international business, finance, and technology. So this is true, but I would say you gotta love Mandarin and because it has tones. It's not an easy language to learn. It's quite complicated. I wouldn't say it's as difficult as Japanese, but it is difficult, and it can be even harder if you don't have a musical ear. So, I mean, for international business, a lot of the times it's going to be easier for Chinese companies to hire a Chinese national who speaks English fluently. That's a lot more, it's a lot easier. I'm not saying that Mandarin is a great choice for like a lot of situations, but it's not an easy one. Is not an easy one. Learning Mandarin presents challenges, such as mastering tonal pronunciation and a character-based writing system. I mean, yeah. However, the investment pays off. Mandarin is a vital tool for building relationships with one of the world's largest economies and accessing opportunities in trade, technology, and international relationships. That is if they don't deploy the tanks on you. French. French is an official language in 29 countries, spanning 5 continents, with over 300 million speakers. Bonjour. It is a cornerstone within international organizations such as United... Wait a second, they didn't put English here? Wait, they put Arabic. They did not put English. This is okay. So, if they didn't put English because they give it for granted, because it's like, you know English, next, then we talk, right? I'm confused though. Why did they put Hindi? I gotta read that one. Arabic, I mean, I get it if you're in England, I suppose. No, that would be Urdu. So I don't even know if you can use it. Portuguese is based. I love that. But you have to explain to me why you put Hindi, because I'm really confused. Hindi is spoken by more than 600 million people, right? Not to be pedantic or just, contrarian here, but out of those 600 million people, 500,999,000 speak English. So there is that. Making it one of the fastest growing languages for the future. As the official language of India, Hindi is pivotal for anyone seeking to engage with the world's most populous country and its rapidly expanding economy. I would just say use English at that point, unless you have a passion for it. India's influence in global technology, IT services, and media accelerating. Many international companies are establishing operations in India and actively seeking professionals who can communicate in Hindi. I don't know if I can believe this one. As India's middle class grows and its markets open further, Hindi's significance among languages for the future will only continue to rise. Are you guys interested in Hindi, by the way? Arabic is spoken by over 400 million people in the Middle East and North Africa as the official language in 22 countries and one of the United Nations' 6 official languages. Arabic is central to global diplomacy, security, and commerce. Its strategic importance makes it the top choice among languages for the future. I've never been interested in Arabic. I'm just going to say it. I'm not interested. I'm going to learn it. If you want to learn it, feel free. And I'm sure that there is some interesting poetry that you can learn with it, whatever you want. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. You know what is for me? The air conditioning. I need to turn it up because it's getting hot. So, be right back. Be right back. If you're enjoying this video so far, please take a moment to check out my Patreon page. With as little as a $5 support, you can help us ensure that we can continue to produce high quality and high researched content. And at the same time, you get access to polls, extra videos, unlisted streams, and much more. Thank you so much.